Hey guys, Emily here. I thought I would show you a really cute and easy style. It's a reverse Dutch, I'd say like 1/3 up do. It's not quite a half up. So it's really simple, and what I'm going to do first is I'm going to prepare my hair. It's a little bit on the greasy side, so I've decided to go ahead and use a dry shampoo. I chose one by Kevin Murphy. I love it. It uses lots of essential oils in it, and I just love the smells and the nice fresh feel I get. I find that some end up giving you more of like a texture in your hair, and I wanted something that actually feels fresh. So you can see I really work the dry shampoo into the top portion of my hair, so kind of along the crown, in the back, just by taking about a 1-inch parting and separating it and holding the can about 8 inches away from my scalp. From there, I take a sip of coffee because that was already a lot of work. So the next step is to section off your parting. So I go from the crown all the way to the front, kind of the temple area. I take an uneven line. You can see I'm kind of waving my tail comb. And I just want it to be more of a natural look, not something that's super strict looking. So I gather all of that and I kind of wind it up. Normally I would use a clip, but I didn't have one on hand, so I attempted to use my tail comb as a clip. Didn't work out great. So once I did eventually get that to stay up, I took a small elastic and I just secured the bottom half of my hair with a braid. I like to keep my sections really organized. I hate when I'm braiding and I go to grab hair and it ends up coming from the wrong section, so the easiest way for me is just to organize everything and clip it off. So because my hair was a little bit on the greasy side, and because I have just gone through the first year after having a baby and I have lots of short little hairs, I love to put something in called Powder Puff by Kevin Murphy. I've chosen Kevin Murphy. That's what I work with a lot in the salon, but there's so many great companies. Schwarzkopf makes an awesome one called Dust It. It's basically a volumizing powder, but it makes the hair feel more gritty and like more of a dry volumizer than any sort of grease, which is exactly what you want. So you just sprinkle it in lightly. Again, kind of like part your hair, add a little, part your hair, add a little. Don't inhale too much of it. And then we get ready to start the braid. So the next step is to grab all your hair and section out the front, I'd say like 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch. You don't have to go all the way as wide as your section is, but the goal is to break that into 3 little slices. So if you are familiar with a Dutch braid, it's basically having 3 strands and gathering one piece of hair with the outside strand, whether it's the right or left, and you exchange it with the one in the middle. So you can see I'm going to go ahead and grab it from the left. I add it to the outside strand, always keeping my sections clean, and I put it underneath the middle. Then I grab it from the outside on the right, add it to my strand, and toss it under to the middle. And this is the type of braid that is going to go ahead and give you the risen braid down the middle. If you went ahead and put them over, so you're putting it over the strand in the middle rather than under the strand in the middle, you're going to get a hidden braid. I love this because it lets you go in and pull it apart a little bit after and make it look, I don't know, a little bit more messy. So continuing to add the hair to the outside, taking fine sections. You can take as big or as little sections as you like. The more sections you take, the more little pieces you're going to have if you wanted to pull it out after. So that's up to you. It's your braid. Just checking along the way, you can see it's starting to raise. You can also see my grays and my little baby hairs everywhere, but that's why I love this look, because it's cute and it takes attention away from that. So you can see it's really starting to look great now. I have a need to tilt my entire head to grab each piece. So I definitely use my thumb as a hook. It takes a little bit of practice, but once you get it, your fingers know exactly where to go. So again, taking the pieces from the outside, adding more hair to it, and tossing it under the middle strand. You just do this over and over and over again. So you just want to work all the way back to the section that you pulled out. I find this last little bit here is going to help you get volume at the end when you put in your hair elastics. So once you finish that up, hold it nice and tight and grab your hair elastic. I'm using ones of my daughter's because I couldn't find my own ones, so these are colorful. So because they're a little bit of a softer elastic, I did add 2. I just love this look, it's so cute. So pull nice and tight. Remember, if anything starts to bump out, you can always either fix it with a bobby pin or pull out other pieces to make it look balanced. There's always a way to fix it. So added another elastic. Pull nice and tight. And then I go, obviously take the braid out from underneath. So I actually slept with my hair in a braid the night before doing this, and that's how I got that looser kind of beachy wave look. And then I just go through and I pull. I don't actually pull this braid out too much, I just kind of even them out a little bit. And then I give it a nice good tug so it's nice and tight up at the top. Sometimes I'll even put a bobby pin from the back forward where the elastic is, just so I can get enough volume. And if I ever pull a piece out too much here, then I just go ahead and take a bobby pin and weave it back in. Really, the style's not meant to look perfect, so don't worry too much. Add a little bit of spray to try and tame down those little baby lion hairs. And that's a finished look. It's easy, it takes like 3 minutes. Thanks so much for watching.